Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel for today's video. We are going to be testing out, I'm going to be showing you swatches, and we are going to do a first look, first impressions with the new Gourmande Girls Bleeding Heart palette. So this palette does come out on Wednesday, January 21st, right around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The price is $56.99, and you can use my affiliate code GLITTERFALLOUT if you would like to save yourself some money. Again, that is an affiliate code, so if you choose to use that, I do receive a kickback. So thank you so much for using that and supporting my channel. But guys, when I first saw teasers of this, okay, I saw teasers of the packaging before the inside, before I received it. And I was nervous when I found out I was getting it because this is pink. This is real pink, and anything Valentine's Day is always super pink heavy. And that makes sense, right? It makes sense. But at the same time, I am not a pink eyeshadow loving girly. I do not like it on myself. So I was almost nervous. I was like, oh, I feel bad that they're sending it to me. I don't want to waste it. I should have known that Gourmande Girls would not do me dirty like that, okay? That they would not do me dirty because they always come up with such creative color stories, and this one is no different. So let's look at some close-ups first. The packaging is similar to all their other packaging, which sounds like a little thing to mention, but I appreciate that so much because I hate it when there's just like crazy different kinds of packaging. I like kind of the uniformity of it. But anyway, so we do have an outer sleeve, and then the inside carton is the same where it has the bleeding hearts. Oh, and when you open it, this color story was not what I expected, and I'm really, really happy with it. So yes, there are a couple of pinks in here. Yes, we do have a couple of reds in here, but I feel like they're done in a unique way, right? We don't have baby pinks. We don't have pastels. The one pink that we have is like a bubblegum hot pink that I was surprised when I swatched it at how much I really enjoyed it. So I will show you the swatches. This swatched beautifully. Everything was Gourmande Girls quality. I don't expect anything different from them at this point, but I will say I was surprised at the quality of the mattes, especially when I was swatching them. They were beautiful. They went on pigmented. They didn't have any fallout, and I'm sure there probably is going to be some fallout. A lot of these are very richly pigmented mattes, but it just didn't make a mess everywhere. I was very impressed, especially with the mattes and the shimmers. The shimmers are also like a bunch of them are marble, not a bunch, I'm sorry, is it just the one? I think just this one over here, which is called Glass Heart, is like a marbled finish, and it came off like, oh God, wait, I gotta show you. So I turned down the lighting just so you could see the shade by itself. It's marbled with so many different colors, but when you actually swatch it, the color it comes off is just like bronze, gold, red. Let's see if I can do a swatch with no light. Look how intense that is and beautiful. There are shifts of pink and red in there. It's mainly silver, I think. It's just like perfect. You know what color is good when I feel sad taking the swatches off? All right, so that was a quick and dirty intro because I want to get right to doing a look with this palette. I do already have my primer on, and I did do my foundation. I don't have any blush or anything like that on. I do anticipate fallout. That probably is going to happen, but I was testing a new face product because I'm trying to film multiple videos today, so I wanted to just have that on. By the way, the face product I tried was the new Melt Blur Cream. Very interesting. It is ultra smoothing, and I would absolutely say it does that. I have foundation on, so you can't tell, but it did blur things really nicely, and it felt really moisturizing, which for me, dry-skinned lady, definitely helped. But let's do a look. I feel like my brain is all over the place as I'm looking at this because what I kind of want to do is I kind of want to put Beloved in the crease, which is a muted matte pink. And then I feel like deep in the crease, like really to define it, I want to put Nightshade Vein, this beautiful, like deep matte purple. And I feel like the main sparkle I want on the lid is Glass Heart because that color is so incredibly special and unique. But I want to deepen it up with some of this, which is Midnight Morning. This is a really cool color because it's a matte black with gold sparkle. It's not a sparkly color, but it's a matte black with gold sparkle. It's really interesting, and it's not like an overspray, so the sparkle doesn't disappear immediately. Let's get into it. This sounds dumb to worry about, but I'm almost worried that this look isn't going to be sparkly enough because the sparkles in here are so spectacular. But even though this is a Valentine kind of themed palette, I don't want to do straight up like pink and red, which I know is a lot of people are going to gravitate towards. So I want to try something different. So again, we are going to start with Beloved in the crease. I'm going to go a little bit at a time because, yep, I do remember this color does pick up a lot. So this will just be going in the crease. And again, I'm just going to build this color up, but it's already, you can see, just a pretty, pretty pink. And I don't love pink eyeshadow on myself, but I actually don't mind it in the crease. I know that sounds weird. Maybe it's just like pink eyeshadow on the lid. No, it's just pink eyeshadow in general. But it does make my eyes look like really, really blue. So I wish I liked it more. I think part of my thing also with pink eyeshadow is like I am one of those people who it definitely stains my eyelid. Like for sure stains my eyelid. But when I did the swatches, this one actually didn't stain, interestingly enough. So I was kind of surprised by that. It's kind of interesting to me as I get older. Like, I don't mind ever having to build up a shadow. That doesn't bother me at all. But if a shadow is patchy or something like that, I'm just so turned off instantly, because what I look for at this point is shadows that go on with ease, because there are so many brands out there. Like, guys, Gourmande Girls is an indie brand and they are doing it so well. This shadow is just going on the way that I want it to. I don't have to fuss with it. I don't have to fiddle too much with it. Listen to me, like fiddle and fuss. What am I, my grandmother? Still though, it's just like, I like makeup that makes my job easy, because I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not even that good at it. I just like doing makeup. That is a very, very pretty color. I like the way that that went on. It just was easy. So now I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to take a more defined brush, the Singe E10. And again, I'm going into Nightshade Vein, which is that deep dark purple. And it is matte, but it's not a bright purple, if that makes sense. It's not a blackened purple either. So it's just doing its own thing, but it's really, really pretty. This is going to go deeper in the crease to sort of define it a bit more. And I'm not doing a cut crease per se. But I do want these two colors, like, I do want you to be able to see the difference between these two. And you will be able to. I need to obviously blend more. But, like, this is pretty. I'm trying to see how it blends. No, okay, it's doing okay. At first, I was a little bit nervous there for a second because it was not blending out. But it is blending. I just want to keep getting that color on there. Look how pretty it is just by itself. Obviously, blending it more, but, like, oh, that is a pretty purple. And I'm really going to take my time with this because, again, I want you to still be able to see the two different colors. I don't want to muddy it up at all. I just want it to do its thing. All right. So even though I don't like pink eyeshadow on myself, I do like pink and purple together. I do like pink and purple together. I think when they blend together, they just look so pretty and make such like a lovely gradient. Oh, got a little messy with that one on the lid, but it'll be okay. One thing I will say for that purple being so pigmented, also the pink, but mainly the purple, zero fallout. That's really, really pretty. This is my primer, glitter primer from Clionadh and Bad to the Brow. I'm just kind of tapping that out. And then again, I'm going into Glass Heart. This is such a unique color that just pulls so many different, I see green, I see silver, and I'm going to pat this all over the lid. I'm going to be still deepening up on the outer corner with that blackened gold kind of color, but look how cool this is. Guys, look at that. I hope you can see this shift because it's so beautiful. It catches green, it catches gold, it catches silver. This color, oh my gosh, there are times, okay, confession time. There are times where I will see prices on an indie palette because I do pay attention to those. And I will see the prices and I will just be like, why is it exactly that expensive? And then sometimes you see a shade like this and you start to understand because look at this. Look how easy that went on and how striking this color is. This is so special. Oh my God, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I love this color so much. This is so intensely beautiful. And even still, look at that. Wow. Wow. That is really special. Do I even want to deepen out the outer edge or not? I feel like, do I want more purple or do I want the black? Can you tell me in the comments down below what I should do? I'm already going to do it, but I just need your opinion anyway. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to go in with a little bit over here. So again, this is Midnight Morning, and it's black with a gold sparkle. Why am I so nervous? I'm going to start off with just a little bit of this color, really tapping off the excess, and see what it looks like if I deepen up this outer corner. And if I decide I hate it, I can cover it up with some more of that purple or the sparkle. Can you? Yeah, you can see that. Okay, you know what? That's pretty because that still keeps that sparkle. I just wanted to be sure not to cover up the sparkle, but you can still see a deepness on the outer edge there, which is what I was looking for. This is a cool color. And you know, I love a very intense black eyeshadow. This, I would say, is slightly less intense, which I also really like because that means you can build it up. You can build it up, but at the same time, right now, I just want like kind of a sheer, almost like a shadow on my corner. And this is doing exactly what I want it to do, but still keeping that beautiful sparkle. I love that. I love that. Oh man, that's really cool. I'm trying to decide what I want to do under my eyes because I keep kind of gravitating towards Twilight Stem, which is a super deep, dark green. Let's try it. I'm going to take that on this like dense smudger brush. This is from the Melt Beetlejuice collection from years ago. But I'm going to really pack that into the brush and then tap off any excess. And with this, I need a different mirror. With this, I'm really going to press it into the lower lash line. Really get it in there, smudged in. And then I'm actually even going to just take my finger and blur it out a little bit. I do like this. You can barely tell that it's green, I'll be honest, because it's such a deep, dark green. But I really do kind of like that it's pulling that color nicely. Little bit of this one goes a very long way though, so be prepared. And by the way, I'm not tugging or anything at my lower lash line. I'm even barely touching it. I'm just kind of like gently rubbing my finger back and forth to smudge that out. All right, I like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop off camera. I'm going to do my eyeliner, mascara, blush, and lips, and I'll be right back. We got to talk about this palette. We got to talk about it because I'm kind of shocked at how much I'm liking this already. That's a spoiler. I'll be right back. So here's my first look with the Gourmande Girls Bleeding Heart palette. For my lips, I went with a black lip pencil and then the Piranha Menacing Metals from Unearthly. This is purple with like a tinge of green, and I feel like it kind of brings out the green in the lid a little bit. For my highlighter, I went with Kaleidos Prophecy, and for my inner waterline, this is, what is it, Aurora Runner, I think is the name of this. Oh my gosh, these are clear stickers on the bottom of a clear container. It is so hard, but this is like a metallic silvery pink that I put on the inner waterline. Anyway, let's talk about this palette. Okay. Okay. Again, when I first started seeing teasers of this, I was a little nervous, and I'm so happy with the color story because I feel like they definitely took it for a twist without going like too crazy with it, right? This is still kind of lovey-dovey Valentine's Day theme, but I feel like it has that deeper edge to it, and I feel like that maybe is why I was so drawn to like a dark lip with this. I really, really enjoy this. The quality is amazing. I feel like Gourmande Girls is one of those brands, and I feel like I say this every single one of their videos. They are taking it up a step every single time in regard to the quality. The mattes in this are beautifully intense and richly pigmented, but this shade is so incredibly special. Like, I keep looking at my lid, especially. I'm like holding my mirror here because again, it shifts from that like green to silver to gold. It is just very, very special. So again, this comes out Wednesday, January 21st, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, $56.99, and you can use my code GLITTERFALLOUT to save yourself some money. But let me know what you are thinking of this because I'm really, really liking this color story. I'm really liking the vibe of this more than I expected as somebody who does not love pink eyeshadow. But this is not heavily pink, as you can see. I'm really liking it. Also, look how slim the packaging is. Okay, I'm done now. But please let me know down below what you are thinking. Is this one you're planning on picking up? And also, do you want to see a ranking of my Gourmande Girls palettes? I have heard people say that you need to have, not need, but it's good to have at least 10 eyeshadow palettes from a brand before you do a ranking. I don't have 10 palettes by them, but I really, really love all the palettes that I have by them. So I feel like it would be a very difficult ranking. But if you do have a second, please leave a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel, or leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of my fam. You all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars. I love you so much with my whole bleeding heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.